I had a conversation earlier with this young entrepreneur, and they said to me, Jared, like, what competition exists for you at Sila Labs? And it's so interesting. I have no idea, like none. I don't even remotely spend a second thinking about my competition. Ever, if there is any, I don't even believe there could be, because what we built is just that unique. But it is not about Sila Labs. It's really about all of our portfolio companies as well. We don't spend a ton of time focusing on the competition. I mean, like, yeah, it's interesting to see like what they're doing to go to market, what kind of features are they focused on as well, but ultimately what's going to make you distinctively different and exponentially better is not focusing on what is, but focusing on what needs to be. We build a lot of interesting technology at Sila Labs, industry technology, community technology, which we define as country technology, and even world technology as well. And when we're doing this, we're not thinking about the way things are, we're thinking about the ways that things must become. If you look at any of the greatest innovations of our time, they were going to where the world is headed to, not to where the world is today. And they weren't too far out into the future, where it was like too hard to reckon with, but they created a new way of doing something. And that's one of the concepts that I want you to think about as someone that might be considering stepping into entrepreneurship. Maybe this is just the way things have always been, but what if you were to radically change the way things have always been and began focusing on building a better, not like future 10 years from now, but a better future maybe like 3 or 6 months from now, doing things that people wish that they could do, but they aren't even there yet, and you get them there faster. One of the concepts that exists within the space of entrepreneurship is there's really only 2 ways to build the biggest building in a city. One of those ways is you tear down every other building, and the other way is you just build the biggest building. Well, that's what we're doing at Sila Labs. We're just building the biggest building, and on that process, we're going to up-level the value of many things around us, but we're just on a quest to build the biggest building, and not out of ego, out of impact. Because we know when we launch 10,000 tech companies in 10 years, the impact that creates is seismic. Because when we partner with somebody, we co-found with people, the vast majority of them have never woken up for one day in their life and saw themselves as a tech entrepreneur. They're a great human, maybe super successful entrepreneur, but not a tech entrepreneur. That's a whole other world they step into. And because of that, we're building the biggest building in the city, supporting millions and eventually hundreds of millions and billions of people as a result of the size of that building. So when you ask me, what is the competition doing? I don't care. But what I care about are what people need, and I want to solve the problem that they obviously have today, but the one they're going to have within 3 to 6 months from today, because the world is evolving so rapidly, and then I just want to stay ahead, problem solve, so I can always be relevant, always be needed, integrate our solution into their life as a utility. And once you can reach that status, you build the biggest building in the city. Love and appreciate you always. Remember, together we achieve more. Bye for now.